Alright guys, welcome to part 3 of this truck restoration build, and sorry about the choppy video on part 2. I had recorded about an hour's worth of video, but the camera angles was wrong, so I ended up chopping it up pretty hard to kind of keep the flow going. But today, first thing I want to do is get this front bumper off. Now, to me it's easier to pull the brackets off from the frame than it is to try to get the brackets off from the bumper. So after a whole lot of cussing, I was able to get one brace off. You just need to take one off. Now I just took the brackets off the frame. Ain't but 2 bolts holding those on. You can get to the top one from the top, you can get to the side one from the side. Use a little impact, whatever you got, and they'll come right out. The brace attached to the frame, 2 bolts. There's no nuts to worry about. They're captured. They're welded to the brace, so they come right out. So once I got all that done and got it off, now we're ready to really start tearing this front clip down. Alright guys, I've been working on taking this trim off. I've got the other side off, and I thought I would shoot a video of how to remove this trim. Now, there's 2 little nuts that go here and here. So once you get that, you just want to get it out. Just kind of bend it a little bit. It clears the studs. And then we'll top it free. And we got plenty of junk behind here. But that's how you want to do it. You want to just kind of bend these tabs here. You get this lower valance panel off. There's 2 bolts, one here on each side, and one in the middle. And it's easier if you take out this headlight. If it's a dual headlight system, go ahead and remove that lower headlight. Just makes it easier to get to this bolt. We got a little wind noise. There is 1 bolt at the very bottom of the fender. It's usually got shims on it, and then 1 bolt at the top right here, and then there's another bolt right in there. You just open the door to get to it, and there'll be no issues getting to it with the door open. You get your wrench right on in there. And 3, 1, 2, 3 down the side. I'm thinking there's 1 more somewhere. Oh, I knew there's another. There's a hidden one right behind this, right behind here. So we'll have to take out this other headlight. I have to come out to get to that one right there. So I'll go ahead and get that one first, and we'll move on and take this fender off. Alright, 1 fender off, and there was 1 more bolt down here in the bottom I forgot about. If y'all can see. And I found some old bolts, and like an old fender bolt laying in this mess here, so I can tell he was using this for a headlight adjuster. Oh boy. So yeah, 1 down there, it's in the back side, 1 there, 1 in the top. Had only 1 shim up here that had no shims on the door. Usually this top shim and shims down there on that one. So that's pretty good to only have 3 shims. The dually, when I took it off, it had about 3 on each side, and it looked like the door wire and hickeys come unriveted, but that's fine. I'm going to take all that apart anyway. So yeah, it's just a matter now of unbolting this other one. I'm going to go ahead and remove the battery box first, and also the coolant overflow. It's bad, it ain't no good, so I'm going to throw it away. But We get the battery box off. Hopefully it's salvageable. It's in pretty bad shape. But hopefully we can salvage it, put some POR 15 on it, and then just continue unbolting. Now this down here I'm a little more worried about because it looks like that battery has leaked over the years, and it's a whole lot rustier, but it's actually pretty clean though, ain't it? Pretty clean, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. I also have to remove this bracket right here, and I can take this other line loose right there and put this line up somewhere. And okay, well, it's coming along. Shouldn't be long now. We'll have the fenders off. All right, guys, got the other fender off, and it come off pretty easy. The only one I was really worried about was this one. And it come out no problem. Actually, the core support's in really good shape, considering how bad the rust was in the inner fender here. And yeah, that's because of that battery tray. I think the other inner fender's in good shape. So now, just like 2 bolts, having the core support ready to set off. And then we'll start working on getting the cab ready to come off. Got a lot to do before that happens though. But let's get this core support off and we'll call this video done. Alright guys, I got 1 bolt out. The funny thing about the passenger side was the body mount wasn't even down in there good. So when they tightened it up, it wasn't right. It was actually cocked sideways. So on this other one, this thing does not want to break free, and I'm afraid I'm gonna break my little 1/2" 3/8 drive adapter. I've only got a deep well 3/4 and 3/8. So I'm gonna just use a torch, cut that nut off. Hopefully won't be no issues, and be done with it. I think I've got new bolts and all new mounts and everything go back on here, so I thought I'd set you up and let you see what's going on. I like this course from Harbor Freight. You got 1 acetylene, 1 oxygen. What I'm gonna do is I just try to thing bothered. That nut's way up in the recess there, so what I thought I would do is just heat the nut up and try again. If not, I think she'll go now. A little heat does wonders on stubborn nuts. Fresh battery in my impact. Oh yeah. All she needed was a little persuasion. Alright guys, that concludes this video. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a long one, but the front clip's off. And we got a whole lot to do to get ready to get the cab off. I'm not going to pull the motor until the cab is removed, because I want to pull the motor, transmission, and transfer case together once they're in the building. So we've got to get a lot undone off this cab, but that'll be next time. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.